Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Lukas, and today we want to build a getting started guide for your product in Framer. So if you have a type of SaaS product or a physical product, and you have a website and you want an extra website, for example, with a subdomain like Midjourney does to help your users get started with using your product. For example, like this, getting started um, with a side panel and a content section and a top navigation bar. That's what we're gonna do today with Framer. So uh, let's get started and let's go to the Framer app. And first of all, let's go back to here. We have this top bar, so we want to do that. And I don't want to use FramePad today. FramePad is a great component library for Framer developers to use. They have different nav bars, different features section, hero sections, call to action sections. It's really great, and they're all like wireframes, so you can just copy paste and then replace the colors with your brand colors, and the fonts with your brand fonts, etc. But we're not going to be using that today because it costs money. It will make the process easier, but it costs money. Um, and check my affiliate link below if you support the channel and you want to use FramePad. I'd be more than welcome to use that link. But basically today we're going to be using Blocks UI. And the reason why I'm using Blocks UI is because it's it's free. At least it has some free components. So I want to use, for example, navbar. So we have here, if we go back, we have these two top sections. Very, very simple. So let's go back to Framer and see what we have here. It's not really, you can't really see it so well, but we have the logo on the left, which is something I want. And then we have these things on the right. So maybe something, maybe we can drag. Oh, okay, so this is, we can use this one. Okay, we can't use this one. I guess we can only use the first one. All right, then let's use the first one. No biggie. So before we do that, let's just get everything. Let's get this width to fill because it has to be fill, tablet and font. Perfect. So we got our top part first. I don't want to add too much text to the top part. I would love to leave like maybe the two buttons, but this text part, I'm kind of thinking that we should add like that search section. So what I can do is I can actually, what is this? Features? Yeah, no, we're not gonna need this. We're not gonna need this either for this. So actually, let's just continue building this thing on the left. So what we would need is we would need to create a component. So let's first create a frame. That would be around, say, 450, just like that. And then create a component, and we call this side panel. So I wouldn't call it desktop. I would call it like, I would give it different names. Excuse me. I would call it home. What is the, okay, page 2 and page 3. So we got these. And since we want this to be on the left and we're trying to move it like this, it doesn't move. So we gotta make this fixed and drag it here to the left. And right now there is a problem with the mobile, but we can take care of that later. What we want to do is, let's just take a screenshot of this. So let me move this bad boy over here and this bad boy over here, and let's just take a screenshot like this. So we have this home section on the very top, so we can do that by adding a frame. Actually, it would be best to stack, exactly. Well, we don't really need a stack, to be honest. Need a frame, and then we would need stack like this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Let's create a component. So this would be the nav item. Let's call it like this. Let's make this smaller. And let's add a text. So getting started. We also want this to change. Oh, here, content, create variable, plain text. So this would be the title. Perfect. So we can just name this something different down here, as you can see. And I don't want this to be, why is it so big? All right. We can make it with relative 100. We can make the padding something like this. All right, so I want to make, that it's when it's hovered, it doesn't have a background color. So let's remove this. We want this text to be white. We want the font to be DM Sans. And we want the font to be 16, is fine. Okay. We want this to not be this color, but maybe a black, like this. And maybe we want the border to be a white, very transparent white with a small radius so that it's not so sharp. Right? And then when it's hovered, it has a nice little fill, but obviously not too much. Right? Something like this. And when it's pressed, maybe a little bit less. So, and then we want to have a variant. So this would be variant 1 wouldn't be called variant 1. It would be called like standard. and this one would be called linked. So whenever someone is on this getting started page, it would be this color. Let's just put it like that. So what color is this? 6. Okay, let's also make it 6. So that means that when it's on the home page, and let's say this one is the home, then this thing would be linked. And then if it's on the second page, then it won't be, this one would be linked, and this one would be standard. And then same with this. This one would be standard, and then this one would be linked. So now we're all getting it, right? So since this one is on this page, it's okay. This one also has to be fixed. Okay. So let's go back to Framer. It should be relative, and the content inside should be, yeah, max width, perfect. I don't know why in the preview it's not looking good, but if you go to the publish page, oh, let me just refresh this, update, then it's looking better. Well, you still can't see the top blue part, which is strange, because you should be seeing it. Maybe something is not quite right here. So for now, the solution that I found is that if I move it up, it's going to be hidden. And if I move it down, so if I go like that, then it's going to be perfectly visible. So it's not the best solution, but let's just leave it like that for now. I'm pretty sure that there's a better way to doing this. So let me just, I want to make this left. So I don't want this to be in the center. I want it to be kind of like this. And I want this to be smaller. Yeah. So how much? 375. Let's make this also 3. So we got 375. And then what I want to do is I want to, with maybe, let's see, with something like this, put this absolute. Okay. Right here. And then we gotta add some. So absolute has this width. And we want to duplicate it and make this go down. Content. Okay. Okay, it's looking better, but it's still not so nice. First of all, I don't like that the image is on the right side. I would like this to be like this. And I don't know what the problem is that it starts so late. Late as in the this part is weird. I gotta think. Because this part, I'm not really liking it. I mean, I'm not really liking that the fact that it's so low. It should be here, not down there. Something is off. Let me publish and update. So it's totally normal to have some errors like this. This is how you learn. So never be afraid to have errors, because that's basically gonna happen all the time. So my suggestion now would be to make these two, like the nav bar and the side panel, in one component. So I would have to make a variant. Hold on. So I would have to make a variant called side panel. Let's move this over here. I would have to delete this. And I would have to make it the size of the viewport. So 720 times 1200. And then we make it like that. And then we're going to put a frame here that is about, what did he say, 375? And then we want to make, let's just add these two bars like they had it in Midjourney. Something like this. Let's make this one a different color. And then let's bring this up here. Okay. Maybe even smaller would be nice. Okay. So let's delete this. Let's bring the side panel in here. Let's make it fixed. Let's make the Z index of this layer lower. 0. Okay. So we're gonna have to make this height of the canvas fixed, which is not ideal, but if we have to do it, we gotta do it, you know? So ideally, it would be nice to have it all fit and not have to do this. But maybe we'll find a solution to that later. Okay, so let's make the design of this. So what we want to do is, it's going to be relative. So this, meaning that this part is going to be relative. So we want to add a stack in here. Actually, to make our lives easier, what we can do is we can just go to blocks and add that nav bar. So go like this, right? Let me make the height maybe less. Okay, so it doesn't matter if I can just detach this and detach this. I also want to just delete these buttons. Okay, so there's going to be a search bar here later. But let's just create these let's just bring in these other components that we made before. Assets, nav item. Now I don't like this fixed height thing. So I think I'm gonna do this, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete this, and I'm gonna make the height fit content. Why is it not fitting the content? Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to insert something. Okay, sorry I'm being so quiet, guys. I'm just concentrating. So we got the desktop. Height is fit, perfect. We have the side panel and we have the stack, and it seems to be working, but the stack, I guess we gotta add a padding. Max that is 250. Is that how big it is? 252, okay. And then of course we want a little bit of extra padding, so it's not so, you know. And then we want padding from the top. So I think that this is the way to go for now for the desktop. So we got it like this. And then let us get the stack and maybe add a gap of 20 and not 10, so that everything looks perfect. Good, like little boxes. And then what we want to do is we want to add boxes in these boxes because there's going to be content, right? So, for example, we can just copy what they have. So they have a heading, a header, they have a paragraph text, and they have a video, and then they have a breaker, a line breaker. So we can do just that. So we can add a stack. So we're gonna do this. Just pay attention. So we're gonna make this, lock this if we can, so we don't have to touch it. And then we're gonna add a stack. So rows in here. And the frame height, frame height fit content, perfect. the stack, we want it to have a gap of, why is the gap not working? Okay. Oh, because you can't see it. Okay, so this stack, let's make it a red. So now you can see the background. So now you can see that there's these two in here, which is this one, and then this one is going to be red. This is like the mother. So then we can increase the width of this, and this, the height fits the content, and this, the height also fits the content. So this frame is going to be, actually we can delete these frames. And we can make it like this, and we can make this stack again another color, blue. Sorry that I'm using so many colors, but this is just to orient my eye. So in this stack, now I want to add what you call a text, a header text. You want it to grow like that. You want this also to be a larger size because a header is usually larger than that. DM sans, let's make it bold. And let's put this to the left and to the start. And let's make the height fit the content and the width fit the content. Okay. So we got this part done. We want to add a description text underneath. This time it's not going to be bold. Oh, let's also save this as a style. So this is going to be heading 1, and let's save the paragraph, and let's edit it, and let's make it 16 DM sans regular. So we got it like that. And then let's decrease the gap to 10. Perfect. And then we want to add here a image. So we're going to add an image like so. Also like this, like we did last time. Let's just make everything, compress everything so it fits. And then this can go like this. Actually, it would be nice if it was like that, right? I'm thinking here it's left aligned. Do we want it to be left aligned? Yeah, we do. We just gotta make this fit, fill. Oh. Fill. There we go. So then this is gonna be an image. And then what we can do is we can add another stack underneath. And this won't be an image, but it would just be like a empty text. We can make it like empty. Oops, can't do that, no. Can put a frame there. Like this. And then delete this text. And then this stack can have a little border on just the bottom. 0, 0, white, and 20%. Let's also make the background color of this. You can see darker, no, transparency is cool. Okay. So now with that being said, we can just remove fill to be 0, and then just remove this. And then for this red one, remove this, and then we can just put a placeholder for here. Remove this color. Let's put a placeholder. Oops. For the image layer. Let's use Unsplash. Let's use this thing. Perfect. And then let's remove this color from here. And I still think that the top there's a little bit of, maybe like this would be nice. Okay, it's looking better. Okay. So we still got to do these other things. We want to add like, we can add GIFs too, yeah, for sure, but let's just finish one page. Let me add like a, maybe is there like a Lauren Ipson thing? Let me do that online real quick. So I generated a text, just copied it right now. So click here, you go down here, and then it's overflowing. So just click on this text element and go here to fill. Voila. Something I've also noticed is that the body text is a little bit too white, and it's best to make it not so white, so it's more readable, right? So we have these things. I want to increase the gap just a little bit. I also want to make this image, the radius, a little bit rounder, so it's more friendly, kind of. And let's maybe change the font of the body to Inter, and it is regular. Okay. I think the line height is off. Okay. Right, so we got that. We got that covered. Now what I'm going to do is we have these different frames down here. I'm just going to delete them. And I'm going to copy paste this stack here. That. So I'm going to add some padding. And then sorry, I just got some scam call. All right, so let's delete these again. Sorry for the confusion. Let's add a padding here to the top, and I will show you why right now. Because when we duplicate it, we want there to be a little bit space at the bottom. Actually, let's not do it at the top. Sorry again for the confusion. Let's do it at the bottom. Oh, not left, the bottom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Duplicate. All right, cool. Now we got this. Looks amazing. Maybe we want to add 2 images, and we want them to be like this. It's also possible. Maybe we want to add 3. And we gotta make them like this, right? So what else would be useful for a getting started guide? Also, I'm curious to see how the tablet looks. Oh, it doesn't look so good. I think for the tablet version, maybe it would still work. It's not so bad. But for the phone, we definitely have to make it full screen, full width, sorry. And we have to make a variant of the top side, the nav bar for the phone. So now it's looking pretty cool like this. But for the phone, it looks pretty crappy still. Right? Like, what is this? So you can't read this properly, which is okay. It's normal when you're doing development work like this with Framer. So let's go to let's unlock this and let's style this. So we got let's go to this from Discord. So we got this, let's put it here. I don't want a button here, actually. I think the button would be best if it goes. It would be best if the button goes to the bottom part. Like so. This top part can act as a place where just the logo is, right? This bottom part can be, I'm guessing maybe we can fuse, or maybe we can make this like this. Where is this? Let me do something. Let me add a border radius, a border thing on the right. So 1 white, 10%. Okay, perfect. What we can do is we can bring this here where it starts, and this, wait, and then we can bring this, and this, bring these two, these two up here, and this, I want to see how, okay, we still have to bring this down here, and it would be cool if this was also like a 1C background and a border on the bottom of white at 10%. That looks much cooler. That looks kind of like a, I don't know, like a blueprint. Right? So, now let's do the rest. So I don't want this variant thing. Let's just, I don't want these either. Let's just add a normal text that we made, and let's put them under links. So they are basically the same. Is there padding on the top? There's some type of padding going on here. Interesting. Okay. Because my problem here is that this is kind of like, I want this to align with this, you know? So I want it to be like this, but I don't want this line to be so big. I like when it's small. Maybe we can make this actually harder. No, it's not gonna work. Move that way. Okay, doesn't matter. Let's just go one by one. So we have, what buttons did we want to add here? Did we even want to add buttons here? Why are we doing the second thing? Oh yeah, we wanted to add that search thing. Oh, okay. So we gotta create a new component, and that component is gonna be like a search bar. So we want to add a frame. We want it to be like this. We want to get the text again, copy. Let's make the radius like this. Let's create a component. So search bar, and let's make this component 10%. Let's add the text here. So it's gonna be, wait, what's wrong? Search. And then we want to add a icon. Search. And we can make it white. Search. And then what we want to do is we want to add a search thing here, and we want to make it absolute, and we want it to be relative, 100, 100, and perfect. So we have the search bar, and then we can place it right here, right? Let's see, the links are away, and then we can make this space around, no, space between, and decrease this. So we got this. I really want this to be in the edge, and I know that this is 20 pixels, so let's do that. Where's the, okay, left, 20 pixels, and then the right, 20 pixels. Okay, it's looking much nicer. So, good. Give me one second, let me check my email. Okay, so now now let's do this top bar that I think still needs some work. The logo, how would we call this? We would want to call this like get started. Let's just call it get started. No. Let's call it like quick start. quick start. Cool. And let's decrease this. Oops, sorry. Let's decrease this. Can we make it like decrease the this looks cool. But let's change the color to something different. Like what color is this? Change it to this color. Like it. And let's change this diamonds to star. Star David. Just kidding. Star half. No. Star. No. Cheesy. A road. Road horizon. No. No. Ruler. Okay. So quick start. Actually, let's just remove this thing. Right. And then I want this to line up with here. So this thing has to be this. Let's let it line up with this. Should it line up with the square? Maybe with the square is best. So it's gonna be 20 and 20. Okay. See how it looks like? Should line up with the getting started. Put a 40. Okay. Cool. So now that's looking nice. I don't like the white. It's burning my eyes. It's too not dark mode-y. Maybe we gotta make it like this. How did they do it? They have like a blue. I don't like it. Let's make this white. Quick start. Let's make this white. Cool. Let's make the search thing more transparent. And this as well. Okay. Now let's work on this. So we want to have, we already made this, which is cool. So when the page is linked, then it's going to look like this. So we want to add a type of icon next to it. So an icon here. Let's see how big this icon is. I'm going to make it the same size. 22. Cool. It should be 20. It should be 20. Perfect. So this one should be 20 as well. Let's just do this. 20. Let's get this. It shouldn't be like it is. It should be aligned. Maybe you have to make a stack. Okay. So getting started. This has to be aligned with this. So let me see how high this is. This should be 50. And this should also be 50. Should have a, yeah, looks good. Cool. Now it's looking good. This should also be 50. So whatever. Okay. So we got the quick start, we got this working, we got this. Now we want to add the other ones. So let me get this and let me put it like this. And I duplicated some of these. Let me just change the, oh, right, let me add a variant for this type, right? Create a variable, sorry, icon. So we have these, we have getting started. So we got first step, second step, third step, fourth step, and fifth step. And then we're gonna put different icons. One. Okay. Let's put like a dot or a circle. That's so big. Okay, so we got these different steps. Right, and what we want to do is we want to add the home variant, we want to add the second variant, third, fifth. And then for the home, this is going to be linked. This one won't be linked, it'll be standard. This one will be linked. Confirm this. Yeah, okay. And this one will be the same. This one will be linked. This one will be standard. This one will be linked. This one will be standard. And this one will be linked. So let's create 5 pages so I can show you how that would look like. So we go back to pages, we go 1, 2. So let's name this one 2, let's name this one 3, page 4, and page 5. Oh, well, actually before that we do that, let me just delete these 3 because I want to duplicate the pages. So duplicate, 1, 2, 3, 4, duplicate. This one will be called 2, this one 3, this one 4, this one 5. And then in 2, we want variant 2. For 3, we want variant 3. For 4, we want variant 4, and for 5, we want variant 5. So if we hit publish and update and go back to our browser, we can, oh, we still have to link everything. So let's do that. I totally forgot. So this one has to link somewhere, but it's not working. So let's go here and let's add, create a variable. And this one, create a variable. This one is going to link to home. This one is going to link to 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's publish that. Let's see if that works. Because there's kind of like a confusion there with the link 1 and 2. Okay, now it's working. So is that link 2? I don't know why it's like that, but there should be some little bug that we have to fix. Oh, that doesn't look good. That's something we gotta fix as well. That's something we gotta fix as well. Maybe we gotta add that, make this, so let's do that real quick. We gotta make this 100. Oops. No. Why is that doing that? Let's see something. Let's see. See that there's like a little bit of a problem going on here. Okay. Let's see how we do this. So right now it's 1 frame and 1 navbar. They should be together in a stack. Good that the stack is like this, but it has to be like this. And the stack should be relative like that. Let's see if that fixed things. It did. Great. We gotta fix that responsiveness, but other than that, it's looking good. And we gotta make this have a maximum width of 1200. What does that look like? Let's maybe make this dark on the top. Let's make this like that. And we got it all nice. Let's make the Z index higher. Might be because it's, huh? That's strange. What color is this? 1C. There we go. Let's add that little line underneath. Border. On that. Cool. Right. Now before we end this session,